Clarence is one heck of a weird kid, dude.
Hey, Clarence, what'd you bring for show and tell?
And I mean, yeah, sure, everyone knew that. But how does he go from that to this? Life of crime, that's how. And it's up to me to make them pay. So I'll be going through all of Clarence's crimes and ranking them from mildly annoying to the majorly illegal. Because at this point, even his imaginary friends have filed for restraining orders. If you know Clarence, you'll know he's not the kindest guy in Aberdale. But those sticky fingers pick up more than dirt and candy because Clarence is a little thief. It starts out small, maybe even harmless. You know, when he snatches Jeff's fries.
You're gonna eat them?
No, I'm just gonna twig them into playing with us.
But a portion of fries soon becomes a pair of someone else's shoes.
Gotta put your shoes in the cubby, see? And then you put on a fresh pair.
Fresh.
I know what you're thinking. He just got a bit confused. And when he leaves the play area, he'll give the shoes back, right? Wrong.
I can't find my light-up princess shoes!
I mean, he does wear the hell out of them. You gotta give him that. Seems like after taking that little girl's pride and joy, Clarence has a taste for taking things that really aren't his.
Hey, you still look great! That's stealing!
What are you talking about? What way?
At least that girl has her head screwed on. Good on her for calling out Clarence in the act. But hey, at least he's eating something healthy. That changes though when he meets Sumo and decides something sweeter is in order.
If the jelly beans fall down here, they're free.
So now are these ones free?
I guess they are.
I mean, the grape you could kind of excuse. I guess his mom or someone will pay for the bag. But that's 100% shoplifting right there. What we've seen so far, though, is nothing compared to him and the boys sneaking into a cinema and stealing a blockbuster film trailer before it can hit the big screen.
I can't believe you took that.
I know. I just panicked. We should take it back.
What? Are you kidding? We gotta watch it.
Yeah, don't you want to see it, Jeff?
The boys just want to give it a quick watch back at Jeff's before returning it safe and sound. But this is Clarence we're talking about.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll!
So not only do they steal it, they literally burn the thing to the ground too. And all I'm gonna say is, this one's gonna cost you, Clarence. A lot of Clarence's five-finger discounts are usually done with the best of intentions, but then again, some of the worst stuff in history happens with the best intentions. So for stealing Jeff's fries, the girls' shoes, and the food at the grocery store, Clarence would be on the receiving end of a $200 fine for his troubles. See it as a slap on the wrist, really. But stealing the film trailer, that's a much bigger deal and would easily earn him 60 days in prison. Plus the fact that the trailer got destroyed will cost him $8 grand in fines. Film really ain't cheap. Now, if Clarence is one thing, it's creative. The little guy has a wild imagination, but that creativity goes a little too far in the episode of Clarence's Millions, where he starts issuing his own money.
Hey, Quindle, good job at showing up for school today. Here you go. Ooh, nice backpack. Oh, wow, and you're wearing a t-shirt that matches? Cool. Here, have one more.
His makeshift money was made to replace the Buddy Stars, a school reward system. You know, get an A, get a star, that sort of stuff. Well, not if you're Sumo. He's actually in Buddy Star debt. After a day of people not taking his currency seriously, Clarence comes to school the next day to see his money is now the top dollar.
Clarence dollars, I'll give you 3. Okay. You're my best friend. No, you are.
What the heck?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Hey, buddy, check it out. Everybody's using Clarence dollars.
As its inventor, Clarence is suddenly the richest kid in school, and now everyone wants a slice of his time, even offering to make the money themselves.
At the rate you're going, we're gonna need to make 50 more Clarence dollars by the end of the school day.
Time to up production.
My hand hurts.
Approved.
The school eventually becomes savage. A class war breaks out between the kids who have CD, short for Clarence dollar, and those that don't.
What the heck? What's going on? Where's all the friendship?
Clarence, the whole school's gone crazy over your dollars. You gotta do something.
They need to basically destroy the currency, and that's where Jeff comes in, because he suggests they flood the market with clearance dollars so that everyone has them, which is the same thing as no one having them.
All right, come and get them. Take as many as you want.
As cool as this episode is, counterfeiting money is a pretty serious crime. And I know, he wasn't making fake American dollar bills. But counterfeiting is also the act of making fake money to be used as real money, which he certainly has done. Obviously, if this happened in the real world, Clarence wouldn't be facing the maximum sentence for counterfeiting. He'd be on the receiving end of 3 months inside, though, as well as a $5,000 fine for the damage his currency did to the school. The next round on Clarence's rap sheet brings us to the episode of Saturday School, where he, Sumo, and Jeff decide to paint a mural on school property. I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to paint, but so far it looks like a shrine to Grimace. They continue adding paint until the rest of the kids in the playground notice their artwork, if you could even call it that.
What the heck?
You guys want to see our mural?
Yeah, can't really blame them for laughing. That wall looks like Neon Cat crashed into their mid-vomit. Wait, you guys remember Neon Cat? I might be getting old. That aside, though, with the whole school laughing at their painting, it's not long before Miss Baker finds out about it.
Teacher!
Guys, what are you looking at over here? What are you so... Oh.
So as punishment, the boys are told to come to school on the weekend to do some spring cleaning, but that goes as well as you'd expect. Clarence and Sumo somehow make more of a mess than they did of the school wall. I mean, look at this place. It's like a frickin' war zone.
We were gonna tell you, we forgot we were supposed to be cleaning. Oops.
The boys managed to pick up the pace and get all the things nice and clean in the school anyway.
They learned how... What? Are you kidding me? Oh, come on! Are you kidding me right now?
Clarence is no stranger to vandalism either. You got times like these where he decides to literally draw on someone's wall.
And blah. I don't know. You didn't pay attention to anything I said because I have a weird pimple on my cheek.
But hey, at least it's a lot better than the school mural. There's no way around it. Clarence is a first-class vandal, and those feats of graffitiing 2 walls and trashing the school would earn the young criminal 6 months inside with a $5,000 fine. And while defacing and dirtying property is one thing, how about just straight up destroying it? Hey, I did just say Clarence is a first-class vandal. Like, remember the time Clarence turned a normal day in the grocery store into some crazy adventure? It all starts when he got sent to get some milk, which is also the story of the last time I saw my dad. Anyway.
Whole milk, gross. 2%, gross. Ah, skim milk. Come on.
Guess there's no point in crying over that. A gallon of milk is pretty small, though, compared to what happens when Clarence runs into Sumo.
Help, Sumo.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay, let me just... Oops.
Clean up on all 5.
Pretty sure there's a secret world back.
As you can see, the pair go on a tear of the grocery store, ripping up items, smashing displays, and glass.
Clean up on all 5.
They continue to run around the store like headless chickens until they eventually crash into Clarence's mom.
Mom, look out!
Coupons?
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 Coupons!
No!
Clarence somehow escapes without a problem and even gathers his mom's coupons back. But what about the time he became obsessed with the candy jar in the doctor's office? To the point this happens.
Not the candy!
Real nice, Clarence. Real nice. I guess you could chalk both of these cases up to a kid being a kid. Okay, I'll raise you this then. He's literally destroyed the school sign and dragged it into the building, smashing through the floor and the ceiling, which just begs the question, how strong is this kid? But also, what caused that big of a change? Look at him. We'll just stick around because we're going to cover that in a little more detail later on. As you can see, Clarence and chaos go hand in hand. If he was held to the standard of the law for this level of property destruction, he'd be staring at the inside of a jail cell for at least 2 years. Obviously, the destruction of the store and the school is going to cost him big time, though. He'd be lucky to get anything less than $65,000 in fines or 17,105 gallons of skimmed milk. Things are not looking good for my boy Clarence here. He's already managed to earn himself 2 years and 11 months behind bars, as well as pile up a $83,200 fine to boot. This is child's play, though, in comparison to what we got coming up. It's time to see Clarence step into his real villain arc. See, when it comes to Clarence, you'd usually remember him as a fun-loving kid who sure might get himself in a few strange scenarios, but on the whole, he tries to do the right thing, right? Well, that all changes in the episode Little Buddy, and it's all thanks to a brand new toy.
Wasn't that
If you thought the dolls in the advert were creepy, just wait till you see Clarence's little buddy.
buddy?
Okay.
That thing needs putting out of its misery. Look at it. To make matters worse, Clarence is clearly obsessed with the darn thing and pesters his entire school to look and talk about it.
Like,
Did you guys meet his name is Little Buddy. Do you care?
It's okay.
Okay, but it's really soft.
Harassing his classmates earns Clarence a one-way ticket to a timeout, and because of this, he misses recess, which I don't think he's taken too well.
Hey, Clarence.
Are you okay?
It's okay, man. Who cares? I don't care about anything.
Missing recess can do wild things to a kid, but I'm not sure it'll make them do this. Basically, Clarence's whole personality does a U-turn, and he becomes a moody, sulking lump that's consumed by darkness. That's not even the worst of it. He then becomes a full-size little buddy and starts bullying Jeff.
Hold my little buddy's hand.
Clarence,
Jeff, come
stop
on.
me.
Just
Get
come
away
on.
from me.
Grab it.
No.
The weirdness finally comes to a close when Belson pulls Clarence's pants down, sparking him to turn to a life of crime.
What? Guess you asked pants.
Violence.
Belson gets a bop to the nose and Dustin gets thrown to the dirt. So what sort of punishment have they got for him? A year's worth of detention? Calling the cops? Nope.
someone here wants to see you.
Little, it's just missing you so much.
Not exactly what I'd call a punishment. I guess if you want something done, you better do it yourself. If Clarence's little outburst happened in the real world, he'd most likely be on the end of 2 assault charges. Sure, one of them is worse than the other, so he'd be looking at 9 months in jail for throwing Dustin to the ground, but for knocking Belson into the middle of next week, I'd be surprised if he got anything under 2 years, totaling out to 33 months in the slammer for being a little bully. Clarence is extremely skilled in a few things. Picking his nose, mispronouncing the letter R, and being in places he's not supposed to be. Like the episode of him causing mayhem in the grocery store when he slips into the back room.
Dude, that was a whole world back here.
Okay, sure, accidentally falling into a restricted area isn't technically illegal, but come on, this is surely outstaying his welcome.
Banana peel. A banana peel, banana peel, banana peel, banana peel, banana peel. Missed me.
Then you got the episode Chambers Santiago, where Clarence's mom gives him the job of going to take some mail over to his mysterious neighbor, Mr. Santiago.
Hello, Chamo, Mr. San Diego. I got someone to know if you have bad poo.
If we just park the fact that Clarence is one annoying kid, he actually does do the right thing here. But the mystery around Chambers begins to grow and Clarence can't take it, so he crosses the line.
Chalmers.
Anyone else getting Breaking Bad vibes from that yard? No? Just me? Okay, Clarence's trespassing doesn't stop there, though. He goes whole hog.
Wow, Chalmers, but it's backwards. Bathroom. So this is bedroom.
Okay, that's not creepy at all. I guess if you trespass onto a madman's property, you gotta expect the unexpected. And we're about to meet him. Turns out Bolson just uses this place as his crib because his dad couldn't find anyone to fill the property. Still, however weird that is, it doesn't take anything away from Clarence. He's a filthy trespasser. The worst of all his unwanted visits, though, comes from the episode Nothing Ventured. We'll be touching on it later, so I won't go into loads of detail, but basically Clarence and Sumo go through the entire town, sneaking into people's houses and unleashing a tsunami of cockroaches. Bear in mind, they do this to literally everyone. This is the mother lode when it comes to trespassing. For running into the grocery store back rooms, barging into his neighbor's yard and home, as well as bursting into a town full of people's homes as they sleep. Clarence would be a very fortunate young man to get anything less than 7 years in jail for trespassing. Just the sheer scale of the last count bumps this up big time. Despite what we just saw, Clarence doesn't always do things with the worst intentions. Like for example in the episode Fun Dungeon Face Off, where he tries to get Jeff to play with him by stealing his fries.
Hey, Sumo. Guess what?
You gonna eat them?
No, I'm just gonna trick him into playing with us.
Alright.
He'll be so surprised when he finds out they're in my pocket. Hee.
Now, yeah, that might sound innocent enough, but if you didn't know, Jeff is a bit of a germaphobe and hates people touching his food. And what he hates even more are public play areas, which is exactly where Clarence is heading with his fries.
My fries!
Oh, Lord.
Clarence!
Jeff's rage overtakes any fear of germs as he chases Clarence through the play area. Clarence just thinks Jeff's up for some fun, but boy is he wrong. Clarence continues to poke and makes Jeff follow him up to the top of the climbing frame before jumping down on one of the slides and breaking out into a Star Wars-esque battle. Luckily, this time, both of them leave the play area safe and sound, but I can't say the same for Jeff's fries.
This is what you get, Clarence. This is what happens when you eat another man's fries.
Jeff, please. I did it. They're right here. They were here the whole time. Here, take them. Oh, no.
This, of course, is not the first time that Clarence has put someone in a dangerous situation, though. Like, what about the episode Man of the House? You know, the one where his parents are going out for the night and he's got to look after the place?
Here's the night, buddy. Your first night alone. Stand up.
Make sure the house is still here when we're back.
Think you can handle it?
Being all alone as a kid can be pretty scary, so Clarence calls Sumo and Jeff around to keep him company whilst his mom and Chad are away, and they end up trashing the joint.
He has the waffles. He's pulling them apart. Here's...
The kids continue to make a total mess of the place. Well, not Jeff. His dream night alone would go something like this.
Anything?
But instead, he's got to deal with a pigsty. Anyway, Clarence remembers that Chad told him to protect the house, so he switches into protector mode and booby traps the entire place.
Welcome to the... They're chilly out. Puff.
He's nearly as bad as me with some of those puns. Clarence and the crew do actually put together some nice traps, but they've got a pretty big problem. Chad was planning on surprising Clarence's mom with some VIP tickets to meet Rick Backburn, but he's left them at home. He's on his way back to get them.
Should turn off all the lights. Wait, it's already dead.
Keep it together. This is our time to shine.
The gang realize that it's Chad, and he's super cool about the whole place being trashed. He just wants his tickets, but the whole place is trapped.
Where do I leave those passes? Oh.
So before Chad can get to the rooms in the house, the boys go in each one and set off the traps themselves.
Wait, no. I left him in the garage.
Well, all but one.
Good job, guys. Nobody died.
Oh.
Kiss those kneecaps goodbye, Chad. Never mind those VIP tickets. Clarence is just giving you a one-way ticket to the hospital.
You're gonna be fine. Here! Get out. Give him all the medicine. Chad, you're gonna be just fine. Just don't fall asleep or...
Poor guy. The dude's so chill, he don't deserve that. Well, as we've seen, Clarence has a history of hurting people, even if they've already been hurt. Like when he visits Belson in the hospital after he gets hurt.
Donuts!
Stop! No! Would you believe that he's actually trying to cheer the guy up? Belson's mental state continues to nosedive because he's not pulling pranks, so Clarence figures pranking Belson might, make him feel better. You know where this is going?
Can water be a prank?
Well, sure, I guess.
What are you doing?
Pranking you!
Wait!
And then they said that I could have my own room, but I said, no, thank you. I'll bunk with my old pal Belson.
Look, I get in these situations he's just trying to do the right thing here, but at some point, that level of stupidity needs to be punished. All three cases here would be classified as reckless endangerment. For his antagonizing antics with Jeff, he's most likely looking at 2 years in the slammer, taking into account the level of danger and other people hurt. For what he does to Belson, though, is far more serious and would earn him another 4 years. But it's his reckless endangerment of Chad that really takes the cake, and that alone would earn him as much as the other two combined. So all in all, that's 12 years behind bars for acting without thinking. The next crime on our list takes us back to the episode Nothing Ventured, where Chad and Mr. Smosky are trying to earn some serious money by making boutique sculptures.
Heck, I can make a bunch of these and sell them for $1 million.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's like a trash angel.
Or a sunset made of garbage.
Whoa. That's a great idea, man.
Hey, I didn't say they were nice boutique sculptures. Wanting to ride the money wave that their dads are on, Clarence and Sumo think this business is a no-brainer, especially as Chad is a prolific entrepreneur. I guess you could say that.
Chad's sour cream and onion ice cream. Chad's sour cream and onion keyboard cleaner. Chad's sour cream and onion bug repellent. Yep. I mean, it's only a matter of time before Chad is a household name.
So with that in mind, the boys try to figure out a way to raise some funds to invest in their dad's new business opportunity. But they aren't exactly naturals when it comes to the business game.
We are singing to you, senor. Now give us $5 to $20.
All right.
Things finally start to look up for Clarence and Sumo, though, when Clarence lands on the idea of collecting crickets to sell as a sleep aid, because, people hear crickets right before they sleep. Obvious problems aside, they don't even collect crickets, they collect these.
Are you sure them are crickets?
Of course. What else would they be? Merry Christmas.
Cockroaches, not crickets. And when I said they're gonna sell them as sleep aid, I actually meant they're gonna sneak into people's houses and release them. Boys continue to release hordes of cockroaches on the people of Aberdale, and they even get up close and personal. Okay, it's bad. No getting around that, but is it really that bad?
Cockroaches spread disease, scare babies, and are immortal. Coming up.
New plan, Chad. We're in the cockroach business.
Okay, yeah, it's that bad. Luckily, though, the silver lining of all of this is that Chad and Mr. Sumsky ditched their boutique business and get into the roach control game.
Easiest money I ever made.
But Clarence isn't getting off that easy with me. Sneaking into and releasing thousands of cockroaches into people's homes that earn him a clear and easy environmental terrorism charge. At least 9 houses were shown to be infiltrated by Clarence, and the news reported that the whole town was suffering from the new infestation. So because of this, Clarence would be easily slapped with an environmental terrorism charge that would earn him an 8-year sentence for every home he infested. And as we know of at least 9, that comes out to 72 years behind bars. But if you thought that was bad, get ready for the real real kicker, because Clarence would also be on the end of an eye-watering $2.25 million fine. Maybe next time he'll think twice before bugging his neighbors. And so the results are in. And after living a life of crime, young Clarence here would be a very lucky dude to come away with anything less than 96 years and 8 months behind bars. But hold on a sec, because if you thought that was bad, we gotta talk about the fine he's paying. Good luck paying this mammoth set of fines that total out to $2,333,200 smackaroons. And no, Clarence, you can't pay it with Clarence dollars. We've seen a happy-go-lucky kid turn to the dark side and become the opposite of what we all thought he was. But really, Clarence is a tiny fish in a huge evil pond, and there are way bigger and badder villains who need to get what's coming to them. Like the one that just popped up on your screen now. Go click it. I know you want to.